But comrades, as he said, Tuesday is budget day. And those two fellows wanted to stop the budget. They wanted to stop the budget. They wanted to make sure that you don't get paid as civil servants. They wanted to make sure that the country came to a halt. They wanted to make sure that the nurses and the doctors don't get paid at the Joseph and France General Hospital. They wanted to make sure that the workers, over 5,000 workers that are working for government, don't get paid. Imagine what will happen. Imagine what will happen. Imagine they joining up with PAM to stop the budget. Imagine that. How there could be labor. How there could be labor. There can't be labor. The only labor here is you. And the only labor there is us. So when you see them, tell them they done gone from us. We want them again. Imagine. Imagine that's how they wanted to treat the same people. The same labor people. We are the party who put them there. They went around and campaigned on behalf of labor. They got elected on behalf of labor on the labor ticket. On the labor ticket. And now they want to join up to some unity something. Some unity. But I was said before, that unity don't got confusion before it start. Because Sean want to be the leader. Brantley want to be the leader. Timothy want to be the leader. Only Sam don't want to be the leader. Because he not able. He not able. And none of them able. None of them could take on this leader of the Kitts-Nevis Labour Party, Dr. Denzel Douglas, the most able Prime Minister in the whole region. The harder they come, the harder they fall. One and all. Comrades, that is why you have to be mobilized. You have to get ready. You have to get ready. Because come Tuesday, the starting point. We're going to be rolling from Tuesday from the onwards. Preparing myself for when the time call. Shut down with St. Kitts. Shut down with St. Kitts. Labor bigger than them. And labor stronger than them. They can't shut down St. Kitts. Can't shut down St. Kitts. So Tuesday is the start. Tuesday is when you're going to come out in your red. Tuesday when you're going to demonstrate your color. Tuesday when you're going to show them who big and who small in this country. And then we're going to prepare ourselves for Labor Day. Because Labor Day coming up shortly. And we got to start off early for that preparation. We're going to start off now to prepare ourselves for Labor Day. We get in the machinery oil up. We get in the big roller going. Because come Labor Day, it's going to be massive again. Massive again. It might just be the last match before. I don't know what. But just prepare yourself. Just prepare yourself. And the man who prepared himself in number 4 is the Honorable Glenn Ghost, Phillip, preparing himself to continue for Labour to take and control constituency number 4. Welcome to the microphone. The man from number 4.
Let's get ready to
The man from number 4. The Honorable Glenn Ghost, Phillip, come to the microphone.
Man gone, man ya, in you Makasima. Man gone, man ya, in you Makasima. continue to never discard. In your Makazima. Start out from scratch and prove that you're smart. In your Makazima. They want what's in my head. They want to see me dead. But they can't do that because of Eli Matana. In your Makazima.
Comrades. Good night. DJ, change the tune. I want to hear Stronger Than Ever. I want to hear Stronger Than Ever by Ellie Matt. Let me hear that.
I would like to let some people know. Stronger than ever. All the fans up in Toronto. Stronger than ever. All the fans in New York City. Stronger than ever. Tell all the girls in Montreal go be. Stronger than ever. All the players to live to hear us born. Stronger than ever. You could never hear them wish us well, but be stronger than ever. Kiss my pants and go to bed for we stronger than ever.
Comrades, Labour is stronger than ever. Comrades, Labour is stronger than ever. And I listen to some jokers the other day. I listen to some jokers who were with us the other day. And they're saying that we here are yes men. But if we're yes men for Labour. We're yes men for the people. We're yes men for the development of this country and not of self. A lot of them is out, they're out of order. They're out of order. Because let me go back, comrades, and let you know what we have been fighting in cabinet. We spoke about the debt for land swap. Comrades, would you believe that every single man and woman in cabinet decided that yes, this is the way we're going forward? Everybody. Every single man and woman. And comrades, what floored us is when we reached to Parliament and two guys out of the team spoke against the same debt for land swap that they agreed to in cabinet. Cabinet, comrades, there was a plot. We didn't see it, but we finally caught on to it. But let them know that Labour is stronger than ever and we could do without them. Comrades, we move to the Senator's bill. Just imagine we move to the Senator's bill and don't study them about no dictatorship. We moved to the Senator's bill and in cabinet everyone was asked. Every single person was asked in cabinet where you stand. And the first week, everybody said yes. We agreed with the debt for land swap. Because we said 1,200 acres of land that National Bank had papers on that worth over $900 million. And don't forget, 51% of the shares in St. Kitts-Nevis and Gwilla National Bank belongs to the government. Don't forget, they agreed. They came back, comrades, a week later, and they said, we can't do it. After 2 weeks of saying, we can do it. The Senator's bill, comrades, you won't believe the Senator's bill, the same thing. Sam said, let's take it to the party, executive. We said, no problem. We had no problem with that. The executive decided, yes, we should go with the Senator's bill. We thought that we would have approval from these guys. They came back and said, on the third week, we're fundamentally against this. But hear this, comrades. 14 of us in parliament. We have 3 senators. They say, look at the Nevis model. Yes, we look at the Nevis model. Nevis have 8 persons in parliament. And out of the 8 persons, 3 are senators. We have 14 here in St. Kitts with 3 senators. In Nevis, there are 8 members with 3 senators. But it's wrong in St. Kitts, but right in Nevis. How could that be, comrades? We don't know what we're dealing with. Every time, comrades, every time we try to say, let us all get along, the goalposts move. How could we walk like that? We can't walk like that, comrades. How could we go back to those years? Persons who said they came out of the belly of labor. How could persons who claim that they came out of the belly of labor decide to join with PAM? Everything that they have done since they have leave cabinet or even before they left cabinet, they have been with PAM. They forget those were the persons who said persons were victimized, including themselves. Even the very drain cleaners of this country were victimized. And all of a sudden, the same persons who they forgive, who victimize them, they cannot forgive persons on this side who did not do anything to them. We're not looking their forgiveness, but at the same time, we're looking at logic. And someone said early, maybe it's 30 pieces of silver. Because we know in the Bible what Judas is all about. But in St. Kitts and Nevis, we know what Sam and Tim is all about. But comrades, these are serious times. These are serious times. When they look at what is happening in Nevis now, over 200 persons have been sent home. Just last week, you know what they did over there? Persons who are studying, their stipend was taken away. That is what unity is all about. If we want to see unity, that is what unity is all about. But Labour is the government, and Labour is the party of inclusion. We represent everybody. Comrade, in 1980, when the government changed, a friend of mine told me, at the airport we had a contractor by the name of Byron and Associates. And what happened to them? What happened to them? As soon as the government changed, I went up to the airport and they said, put down all your tools and leave. They didn't mind about contract. Why do we want to go back to those eras? When people know what spam is all about. Why, comrades? Comrades, I cannot support those things. No member of this parliament and no member of the Labour administration support those things. Comrades, all of a sudden, the debt has been reduced. The debt has been reduced. And like I said the other day, when the debt was almost 200% of GDP, nobody wanted St. Kitts. When the young people had their ill behaviors, nobody wanted St. Kitts. But as soon as we have crime under control, the debt has been reduced, we have a crisis in this country. How could that be? How could that be? Does that make sense to you, comrades? That cannot make any sense. This country is better under a Labour administration. And all of us have confidence in our present leadership of Dr. Denzil Douglas. Comrades, these are serious times. These are serious times, and we cannot take it for granted. Because we as a labor, we are fighting against different factions. We were fighting against people inside our party, fighting against people outside the party. But now, when you speak about unity, when you speak about advancing the cause of this country, this is what we are doing at this time. Comrades, you know, America, would America have investment in the form of Ross University investing $67 million here if there was no confidence in this government? Would that be? Comrades, do not let people have illusions and get away with it. Some of them saying, comrades, that this government has been anti-investment. But at the end of the day, we get the job done. Just in March, we reported over $1 billion worth of investment. And you know what they say? Oh, only because the election come in, that's why. Who tell them we have an election? Who tell them so? How could they be out of government and try to dictate what we're doing? How could they be out of government and dictate what Labour is doing? When we're ready for the road, they can't stop us. They cannot stop us. They can't even come close to us. And a matter of fact, it's going to be a blowout in the next election.
Labour persist! Are you ready? Persist! Are you ready?
Comrades, don't be fooled by persons who say they are Labour, but yet they are part of a unity when they give up this government. Imagine you're in government, quit the government, go to the opposition, and then say, I'm a Labour. Well, how could that work? How could that work? And every move they have made in the courts or otherwise shall have shown they have against this government. Comrades, and that is why I say the budget had to be first over any other motion. The government have made that decision. Comrades, we have a project here that I'm tired of hearing the Honorable Marcel Liebert in my ear. Every week I see her, or every time I see her. What happened to McKnight playing field and the lighting? What is it? What? I said, Minister, there's no budget. We already did the assessment, but we need a budget in order to expend those kind of monies. And these people are saying that the project in McKnight is not important. They're also saying that paying civil servants is not important. Comrades, what have you done other than work for the government? What civil servants have done other than work for the government? We are not, this government is a caring government. We don't want to be in a crisis like Antigua, who can't pay the people. Why do we want a manufactured crisis? We don't want that. We have no crisis in this country. People get paid. School meals are available. The social safety nets are still available to those persons who are in need. So why should we stop those things? Because somebody believes that they should be the Prime Minister. And let me remind you, comrades, this is only the third year. The election is June 2015. But these people want to say, have elections now. But we say, when we're ready, you hope that you're ready. We hope that you're ready. Because, comrades, this is not a fight for the weak-hearted. This is a fight for strong labor people. None of us got to be on the fence. We're coming out to support our party and our government. And so, comrades, that is why I said that these are important times. We cannot neglect our kids. We cannot go back to those days that when you go for a job downtown, you have to put who your parents are on an application. Those days are done. We cannot go back to those days. Comrades, Labour and the Labour Party and the Labour government is the only choice that we have to secure the future, not only of ourselves, but our future generations and generations untold. Comrades, comrades, let me say to you, I cannot be like Judas. I cannot be like Benedict Arnold. I cannot be a part of something and tear down the same thing that you're a part of. I never heard of that. History could never be kind to anyone who have done those things. I know over on that side that says unity. But on this side we say you're a traitor. You're a Judas. You're dirty.
Never hug. Never hug.
I wouldn't even go into that. All I'm saying, they're traitors and Judas and Benedict Arnold. And this country could do better. Because, comrades, you know what's interesting? If you come from the belly of Labour and could betray your own Labour Party, where somebody on the other side gonna trust you? Anybody could trust you ever again? But comrades, not only that, the lesson that have been told by these guys, if you're part of an organization, whether it's with sports or any other thing, and you do not agree, or you're in the minority, you should break it up. Imagine you're in the schools and someone decided this is the way that we're supposed to go. The majority decide this is what we are doing, and the minority decide no, this is not what we're doing. You listen to minority. It is consensus, and that is what we deal with in this government. Because in one hand they're saying that the Prime Minister is a dictator, but yet when consensus, they don't want to agree with consensus, and they say we're a yes man. But like I said before, I'm a yes man for Labour, and I will continue to be a yes man for Labour so that it could be the betterment of the people of this country. Thank you, and God bless you.
Give a hug. Hey, you cannot continue if you never did start. Start off from scratch and prove that you smart. Then what?
Like they want to see me dead, but they can't do that.
Give a hug. All who call my
Comrades, let us give Comrade Glenn Ghost Phillip a round of applause. He hot.